Hello friends, those of you from DeviantArt will know this week's edit as the woods. This image goes for a high contrast, cinematic, kind of gloomy feel. While it had a great start at that, I saw room for some improvements in its color. So here we start, going in with adjustments and levels. And I'm going to pull in those lights. As you noticed, there was quite a bit of gray in this image in the light department. So pulling that up makes this image a little more contrasty. And you guys know I love that word. So now, going in with my levels, just kind of adjust the overall contrast of this image. I'm going for something a little stark. Now I'm going to zoom in here a bit and do some touch-up work on my face and neck. So going in and adjusting eyeliner, using the burn tool to burn my shadows. Making sure it's crisp. You're seeing me manually adjust my brush size, and right now I'm going through with the healing tool and I am healing up a little bit of the details on my neck, just kind of making it a little more smooth. And this little edge here is a little tricky. This is looking pretty good. Might bring it back just a little bit. Now the branch down there in the corner splitting my arm and hand apart is bothering me a little bit, so I'm probably going to go down there and remove it now. Now I'm going in and I'm going to try and pull this branch out from in front of my arm. It just looked a little weird and I wasn't sure if viewers could really even see what it was. And I didn't want it to be there as a distraction. In the future I might show you guys some very crazy item removals. I've removed arms and hands from shots where I don't want them, and yeah, just about anything that seems like it's getting in the way and becoming a distraction. You can use your content aware tool in Photoshop at least to remove it. So moving back a little bit, don't want to get too ahead of myself was a mistake. Clean that up a little bit, make it look a little less intense. So there we go, clean that section up. And there to there. So now I am going in with Selective Color, and this is where you're going to see me make a lot of changes with the overall tone of the image here and in color balance. So added more contrast because when I go in to change up the overall tones of the image with color balance, sometimes it's better to have a little more contrast in the blacks to start with. So now this image is starting to become a little more of what you guys know it as. And this image is actually not the one that is on DeviantArt. This is a second edit, but it got very close to the original look of the image. Going in, adjusting the contrast with this bluer look in the image. I may actually replace the one I have on DeviantArt currently with this one because I actually like this edit a little more. And the reason for that is if you look at the cheek on this one and you look at the blush on the cheek on the one on DeviantArt currently, there is less grain in the cheek in this one, and it just feels a lot softer to me. Really simple, but hey, just a little opinion of mine. There'll be times when you guys see me go through color balance and fidget with it about 5 or 6 times an image just to change things as I change up areas such as contrast or the amount or saturation level of tonal color I have in the image. So there we go. Image has moved from fairly gray to fairly contrasted and bluer and more gloomy in tone. If this edit helps you, feel free to subscribe to this channel for more edits in the future. You will be kept up to date with my most recent techniques and problem solving. If you think that this edit would help other people, feel free to pass it along. If you edit one of your own photos using the techniques you learned from this video, send me a before and after image and I may feature your editing in a future video. Read more about it below.